Okay, so good evening, everybody. My apologies that we're going this late. It was my mistake because I just simply couldn't work it out. Anyway, so I'm going to enter Darija in the room. So let's see, Darija, hello. I just wanted to tell you that you are straight away going on a Zoom. So can you hear me? Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, cool. Okay, so, it's so lovely. Anyway, just want to say you're in a Zoom already. Thank you so much for coming. It's your Mother's Day. Oh,
Yes, it is.
oh my God. So, Daria, you live in
Yes.
Canada. So, what's the time in your house now?
It's 11:20, so morning, almost the afternoon, but yes. Here we go. Now I can see you good too. I was like, where's my camera?
Oh,
Hi.
yes, hello.
Hello from Canada. Happy Mother's Day to you guys, even though I know from you you guys don't celebrate it, but yeah. Every
I,
day is Mother's Day, I think.
absolutely. I was
Yeah.
good to see you. I haven't seen your face in a while now. It's just like
Yes, and I don't have my ponytail up, so
constantly like keep chasing you on the app. What are you doing? Where are you?
Yes. Well, considering that there's that many hours in between the two of us, then I try to always just catch up after all your posts or just our communication overall. So yeah. Oh good.
My God. So, how long have you been now, like working? Is it like beginning of January? Is that right?
Yes, that's right. January it is.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
what has changed? No, actually, Farrell, I did actually send you some questions. So, what was your life before? So, obviously, everybody who's watching, so they kind of can have a rough idea where you were at.
Well, my life before, and maybe if I'm just gonna break it down to the last 2 years, has definitely drastically changed. And I would probably assume most of us are in the same boat, with being kind of located just in one area, pretty much working from home, living from home, and just, trying to refigure how to keep moving and how to just consider feeling good about the movement and healthy lifestyle. So I found that, I've gained quite a lot of weight. Relaxing was having a couple of drinks in evening while watching my favorite shows. Just taking it easy was a way for me to digress. But then with time, I realized that my kilograms were just going up and up and up to the point where I was like, okay, this is just not good. I can feel I didn't feel good. It wasn't even about the weight as much as how I felt having those drinks in the afternoon or evening. By morning, I was feeling even worse. Like I was just not feeling good. Emotions were running wild. Thoughts were going everywhere. So I felt that, I need to make some serious changes and actually start caring about myself. Yeah. Yeah.
That's amazing. Okay, so I'm so honestly, I'm just so glad. It's just like seeing how much you've changed in the last few months' time, and just seeing you ticking off your boxes. And I was like, yes, she's getting the work done. So
It,
what?
it's it's crazy. I'm 43 and I feel like, how did I do this before? Was I just, how is it that things are not the same, when you realize that your body changes and that you end up, what worked before no longer actually can even apply, or even just the thought about it doesn't make sense. How is it that now I was in that situation where I couldn't control myself? So yeah, it felt good that I have you to actually guide me through things, and the vast information you've provided up until now. It's truly made the difference for me. So
So what? Because obviously, like we spoke a lot about kind of your own beliefs about kind of the age and weight. So did you kind of start shifting kind of that belief that actually you can lose weight no matter the age, or you're kind of still going back there you know, like, oh, I'm still 43. My progress has slowed down. It's because of my age. What we spoke the other day. My hormones are a problem. So that kind of changed for you. Have you proved yourself differently?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. It's funny because yes, I had all these for since the beginning. It was just like, okay, I have to retrain my mind, my thoughts to, my behavior, even, I realized that I actually didn't, I'm deprived from sleep. So going back to just the basics of what were my priorities and how am I going to take care of myself? Because I'm the mom who pretty much cares for everybody. And then I forget, about myself. So, um, I would actually forget about, maintaining certain things that should guide me throughout the day and make me feel good. So, um, yeah, then I had the thoughts, oh, this is probably hormonal because you always hear if you're, trying to lose weight and you're not really eating, then after a certain time, you're going to hit this hormonal, behavior in your body that, you're not going to even be able to. You're just going to start gaining more weight and things like this. So I was like, maybe that's where I am. Maybe I'm here. Maybe I'm there. But your guidance was like, okay, yeah, I'm just I'm blowing this out of proportion. This is how I'm seeing it. Oh yeah, you're just pushing it too much. But coming down to, actually learning what this is really happening. And yeah, it was just, I think I was eating more calories than I was actually writing it down. Or I don't really have the time, I think, in the day to even start tracking that down. But it actually had to come down to it. And once it had, I was like, oh, okay, aha, that's the moment where I realized what's missing for me. So being true to myself, what I'm actually eating, and maybe breaking it down to ingredients versus just, oh, this is what it is, selecting something similar to it.
Yeah. So in the past 4 months, what would you say was your biggest obstacle or challenge to overcome?
Um, Having the right mindset, um, to not give up on daily basis, just saying to myself every morning, okay, today is a new day. Don't be hard on yourself. Just really get through, um, taking off these, staying active, drinking water. Okay, so the water has been kind of my probably the biggest problem. Oh, well, one of them. Not sleeping well and actually not drinking. I'm not used to drinking that much water. So 5 months of drinking daily that much, I feel like it made a difference even in my mind and just, so yeah, a lot of that, a lot of just staying accountable for my, my little tasks and honestly just kind of be giving myself a break. That felt even hmm, like a biggest priority. Don't be hard on yourself. And most of your posts were actually about that, which I was like, yeah, okay, thanks. That's exactly what I needed to hear or read. And so, yeah, hope that helps. Yeah.
So now kind of when you look back, obviously, like when you had a discussion that kind of how you felt and your mindset and kind of how everything, where the place where you've been and how that impacted your dynamic in the family, how when you the kind of how now you take care of yourself, how that has changed and that family dynamic.
Well, definitely kids now, and my husband, they know that when I'm saying I'm going for a walk, they are okay with it. Or they see me working out, they now know to just, let me finish off my things. And so it made a big difference because now they know that I am really into this and they're happy to see me feel good and see me rather having a smile on my face than being grumpy and just kind of bickering at them. So yes, they're happy for me. And most of my family members are actually quite, well, they're young, kids are young and they're quite active. So um, that was another inspiration where I wanted to be able to go for long bike rides with them and just, run as close as what they run. But, I lost all that. So it it felt like I wanted to be there with them just to enjoy the time that I have still while they're teenagers. And their activities are to go hiking up, the most moderate trail that we have here. And it takes a toll on, so yeah, I needed to get stronger and just feel good and believe that I can do it. The other day I ran up this, it's like a sandy hill with Bogdan, and 5 months ago I'd be like, yeah, I'm just gonna continue walking. Yeah, you go there, but this time I involved myself with, running with him. So that made a huge difference. It was like a great bond between us two.
Oh, that's amazing. Oh, so what did he say on the top of the hill?
Well, we were both enjoying it, and he was like, "Yeah, cool, isn't it awesome?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it is," but I was still taking those deep breaths because I was like, "I did it!" In my head, I was thinking, "I could have not done this probably 5 months ago. I know I couldn't have." So it was pretty good. Those kind of things are rewarding, to see that, and that's what keeps me, happy to know that these last 5 months are truly, they changed my way of thinking, and pretty much, yeah, we need to care for ourselves in order to care for others. So, yeah.
Yeah. I feel like that's kind of thing for us moms, that kind of we feel we need to put ourselves last, and obviously we both kind of agreed that's kind of the point where we all reach, kind of when we feel we completely lose the sense of reality. We feel who we are, we lost our identity, and then suddenly we're just kind of I feel like we're just dealing with that overwhelm and depression, and just feeling not knowing where to look for the answers. And actually
Hmm.
the answers are just, when we look in the mirror, it's us
Yep.
not taking care of ourselves and our needs.
Yes, it really is. It comes down to that, understanding that no matter what happens, and I mean, we're now in probably the craziest times ever in the world, and I try to educate myself by reading different materials, or just, finding the ways to meditate, or just to um, have gratitude for what I do. And so it really is a bigger picture in the end, but getting to it is really on those little daily routines, like making sure you sleep. Really, I have my phone now turned off. I have it on, do not disturb from 10 o'clock at night till my 6:30 a.m. So this way, no one can really reach out. They can, but I'm just not gonna get the notifications, and just get to bed early instead of watching Netflix shows, because I found myself in a few situations like that where that was just like, I gotta finish. You kids just deal with whatever you need to, and it wasn't really right. So now I know what I gotta do just to feel good throughout the day, and my energy level is back to normal, and I mean back to the way I was before. I was capable of doing so much throughout the day. Like, you start in the morning and you're not even stopping till at the end of the night. So feels good.
How amazing is that? So obviously we had the conversation recently because you kind of felt like you got stuck, like there was no progress. So if
Yeah.
you kind of just said everyone who is watching, so obviously everybody now can hear what the mindset change is, just how much impact it had on life. And this is the thing that I kind of want to put more kind of no not so put more focus on what change it makes on our life, how we feel, rather than just focusing, let's say, on our body. But let's say, I don't know, how many kilos have you lost in the last 4 months?
So yeah, actually, I was close to 92 kilograms back the beginning of January, and now I am on 85, which is, oh, that 80. She, where I'm like, yes, this morning was a great feeling, because um, it's been like a roller coaster, going 3 times to the stage of, having dropping to almost 86 kilograms, and then up and down. And it was just like between a kilogram, just up, for pretty good, almost 3 weeks. And I felt like, seriously, what am I not doing right? So I kept like thinking, okay, I need to work out more. I need to do this. I need to do that. But in the end, um, really, when I started to looking at that calorie intake versus what I am expending and leaving throughout the day, and sitting most of the time at home throughout my work shift. So at 8 hours of sitting, it took it took quite a lot to just get me to the point where I'm like, okay, how am I gonna lose these weights? Yeah, it was to start actually reading everything I eat, how many calories, and retrieving and rewriting and just making sure that I am not passing certain amounts. And it actually started working. So I'm like, okay, now I get it. I can't skip that.
Weight is down straight away.
I was like, no, it must be my calories. I'm so stressed. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I'm working, I'm studying. I got so many things going on at the same time. But no, it really came down to, yeah, you can't say you didn't have that extra sandwich when you did. You have to put it in because that's another, it's almost 300 calories.
Like I didn't eat. I didn't track it, so it means I didn't eat.
Yeah. Yes, so and certain time is no more, like I shouldn't eat after 7 p.m. and that really calmed my stomach and allowed it to rest and allowed it to actually by morning feel good versus maybe I should have not had that snack just before bedtime. But yeah, now I know and it feels good and I'm not feeling hungry throughout the day. And um, yeah, I end up having snacking on actual veggies instead of something more sweet or yeah. So
Cakes. Okay, so what would you say that you feel the most proud of?
that I reached to the point of feeling content with myself, and that's kind of a feeling. It really isn't about the weight. It because I knew I eventually will get there, but it was about how I'm gonna get there. I did not want to be, and as back in the day, I was starving. I didn't want to do that. I really, really wanted to just get to the point of managing myself through this, but in a healthy way, not exhausting my body because I want to drop the weight. So that was something that, and learning this kind of lifestyle for the rest of my life. That's the key, to know how to preserve it and maintain it and feel good about myself.
That is amazing. As I did say and that's one of the videos, I think it's like for anyone who is watching and for you, obviously, and for all of us, it's like if we're thinking about our ideal body weight and if we literally just count what's the maintenance calories. And if any of you kind of don't want to go into, let's say, into bigger deficits, which I never recommend a bigger deficit, but for us to literally have an understanding what our body at our ideal body weight
Mm-hmm.
requires as an energy, and literally just start learning from our behavior and our relationship with food as well.
Yeah.
So I think it's kind of just a good point to actually realize how much food we actually eat in comparison to what we need. And then obviously every single one of us gets like really shocked as how, not kind of how little, but how careful we need to be. But obviously some people go into obsession, but I will always say it's just always remember that feeling, how you
Mm-hmm.
feel about yourself. And
And even
then
that part where you mentioned once, well, a few times actually, um, you have a meal in front of you, but eat as much as you feel just that you've ate, but not to overeat. That was kind of my, yeah, you kind of get to a point where yeah, you're so hungry. You think you're that hungry, but maybe it was just because I didn't have that much water prior to it. So I'm actually starving. And then I would be like, okay, well, this is a healthy meal. I could just add a little bit more. And then I would overeat it. And that was my realization. No, eat when you start feeling full. That's kind of where your limit is, or put certain amount on your plate and that's all, that's your meal. And taking it slow with the eating was another thing too, because as most of the moms, we pretty much eat quickly and then start carrying and cleaning up after everyone, or, serving everybody around versus, actually saying to yourself, no, this is my time. I'm going to actually enjoy my meal. And I've been doing that. And kids are like looking at me on the side going, okay. And I'm like, okay. So now I can see my son starting to slow down with his intake because so it's a good example to them as well.
That is so amazing. And I can't believe that you said a few months ago, I feel so old. And I was like, oh, God.
But you do feel that way. And it's funny because this app that I've used, it tells me that, my metabolic age is like 47 years. And I'm like, oh my God, that makes me feel old. So I'm like, okay, that's mean, like you're saying to yourself, and then like, maybe I'm feeling this way. Well, I kind of did. Yeah. There was a time where my ankles would be so sore, I wouldn't really be able to walk. I would even like doing 10,000 steps a day would be like, oh, I'm done, I'm done for the day. But now it's like, yeah, yesterday I done, I think about 17,000 steps, and I was like, I'm still good. Like I could keep going. So that's kind of what felt good the most, just getting the energy back.
Oh my God, that's so incredible. So, what would be your, obviously, I don't want to keep you kind of any longer because you got Mother's Day. Is it Sunday? Are you yours?
It is, yes, it's Sunday, so we're kind of always behind, even with New Year's Eve. We're like the last one to celebrate because the way it comes to us. But yeah, what was the question? Sorry.
So, what would be the message to women who obviously who are in the group and who are struggling? What would you tell them?
Yeah, just reach out. Just honestly, I know you've created a few groups, where we can just kind of reach out, but even just sending a message out to everyone, okay, I feel like this. It does really help seeing that we're not the only ones going through this struggle, but it's temporary, and really just don't give up. Keep trying, and for me, it was just. I think to my head, it was mainly to say, don't be hard on yourself. Like, I'm so used to everything needing to be perfect. And so, because it's not right away, I'm blaming myself and, putting all these hard feelings toward, and then just shutting myself and pretending as if it's not happening. So, just give yourself a break and keep trying. Keep really, really keep trying, because everybody's different. So reaching out that level is going to be different for all of us. But in the end, we are definitely worth it. And we definitely need to just give ourselves a break and say, that's okay. There's always tomorrow. Yeah.
It's interesting because I've obviously kind of been through what you're all going through, and I remember that I never looked at kind of the take each day as it comes. I always looked like I was always kind of falling back. It was kind of, I was never getting a step ahead. I was always kind of like in that bad feeling. And now it's literally every single time I have a bad, not kind of a bad day, when I feel like something occupies my mind that I can't get rid of.
Mm.
And it's like feeling normally when you compare yourself to others, when you feel like unworthy, and when you basically judge yourself that you're just not good enough and you're not doing enough, it just kind of sits with you. But it's kind of, if you take that, it's just a bad day, and obviously everything that I feel isn't real, because it
Yeah.
is real to us, but actually there's no facts to actually prove that we are unworthy. And then it's literally just sleep over and then start day fresh every single day.
Yeah.
And that's how we create that momentum to keep moving forward, and it
Yeah.
becomes a good day. It becomes a great day.
Yes. And I think we're naturally, women are kind of created to be the not the controls, but over thinkers, and we're just wanting everything perfect, and getting to that level seems to be way more complicated. And I think we just need to shut that off and say, yeah, you're going to recognize that you're pushing it to wrong side, and just trying to retrace your steps and going back into the right direction. That's kind of what I found for myself. Um, don't overthink things. Just get to the point of being simple. Sticking to just the little things, and those habits are gonna become like pretty much embedded, and you're gonna become more disciplined. And really, you can't go anywhere without that discipline. So, and then you kids see it too, and then you're kind of feeling good that you're doing everything you can, and really That's all it is. You just have to do the best you can, and there's no. Uh, it's great to have support, and I found that really I couldn't have done it had there not been this kind of technology where we could actually reach out to each other anytime. And here we go, we're so far away, but we're so even closer than ever before, just because of what we are capable of just doing, caring. So thank you, first of all. And hopefully next 10 kilograms are gonna go even better, but I'm not stopping. I'm gonna get to the point where I want to feel even where I can wear clothes that I wore before. And I know you say to chuck that stuff, and treat yourself in new clothing, but there's certain things I want to put myself back into. So I'm not
Feel like,
chucking it away.
is it things that they were smaller?
Yeah. There's these jeans and there's this shirt, and I'm like, no, I'm keeping this because one day I'm gonna put myself on and just do before and after.
That is completely different. I think it's anything that makes you feel good and gives you that drive to keep you focused is something to keep. But
All right.
have something, like what I mentioned about the old clothes is something that is not coming from a good place,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
or like this wasn't the right time for me, or I haven't been feeling great. Anyway, I don't want to stop you anymore. No, sorry, I don't want to carry on anymore to kind of keep dragging you today. But honestly, thank you so much for coming here and sharing this with us. I know that you are becoming, you just better self. And that's the thing is weight will come off as a result of that. But that is such the smallest part that is going to change your life. Oh, I'm so
Yeah.
happy for you.
Thank you. And yes, whoever's listening and watching this, that's definitely, I'm happy to support as well. We have the group chat, and yes, even sharing things like that, it does make a difference. Because there were a few times where I would be like, oh, I don't want to let everybody know this is where I'm at. But yeah, a couple times I have, and it worked. So it's worth of reaching out to each other because we're all in the same boat pretty much. The
Yeah.
struggles are all real and they're pretty much similar. And breaking those habits is probably it's gonna take some time. I've had breaks where I was like, okay, that's it. I need a break. I can't do this, because of whatever's been going on, and it's a family dynamic, and you definitely just don't be hard on yourself for doing that. It's okay. You're gonna get there, but take care of the prior. You got to prioritize in the end. So
Oh, Daria, thank you so much.
you're welcome.
Yeah, and I'm literally going to obviously keep chasing you and
Yes.
keep encouraging you.
I still need that, and that's okay. I agree, and I'll be happy to keep, grinding through. This is probably the best stage coming, where eventually I want to see myself running when I'm in a mood, or go rowing, and so change up my activities versus just sticking to the same routine. So yes, we're gonna stay tuned. One of
Thank
those
you.
things.
Oh, Daria, thank you so much. I'll chat with you like really soon. Well, happy Mother's Day.
Thank you.
Have a great time with your family. Send
Thanks.
lots of love from me. Hope you finish with those Easter cakes now.
Oh
Daria,
yes, I am.
are they still there?
No, they're gone. I was making strawberry cupcakes and they were way too good, and they were killing me. You could just
That's
leave
my
them.
progress stalled.
That was my progress though. And I could just have one. I could treat myself, but then later I was like, okay, it wasn't just one I had. So
Okay, well, sending you lots of love and thank you so much for sharing this with us. I'm sure it's going to help so many. And I will speak to you really, really soon.
thank you. Say all the best.
I'll speak to you soon. Bye.
Bye.